Hey folks, I am not lying when I tell you that I had at least three conversations last week with entrepreneurs who all said some form of, I am pulling my hair out with how many meetings I have in a day. I can't get anything done. So they were really lamenting the fact that they have different kinds of meetings on different days and their schedule just fills up. And I was feeling their pain in a big way. In fact, I shared with them, I started asking them some questions. When do you have this kind of meeting, like your one-on-one? When do you have your weekly team meeting? When do you have meetings with your marketing firm or other outside resources? And they had them all kind of scheduled out across the week on different days. And so I started suggesting maybe they could take their week and optimize it based on what is going to make them most efficient, leaving plenty of room for them to get stuff done, like get project work done. And what I mean by that is, well, let me just show you my calendar here. Here's an example of my calendar, and I have this box over here. If you all use Google Calendar, you know you can do different kinds of calendars. I did one called Optimal Week. And of course, my Robert Craven calendar is where I schedule my things. Then I have a family calendar, a me calendar, some things but I schedule it all around my optimal week. So let me just run you through this. So from 6:15 to 9 a.m., I do my own thing. I've got a personal playbook I look at every day. I work out. I actually get my youngest daughter ready for high school. I make her lunch early in the morning. So I get all that done during my 3-hour block, which I call my morning routine. And then on Mondays, I start off every Monday with admin and planning, and then some flex time around current investments. So you'll also then see on Tuesday, I've blocked out Tuesday as much as I can for GSD, get stuff done, or you could say that a more aggressive way, but get stuff done. This is like heads down project work, etc. Then on the end of Tuesday and Thursday, I've got biz dev. So I do a lot of deck reading, and a lot of times I have meetings with folks one-on-one. And so I set up those one-on-one calls, like external calls, biz dev calls, business development, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. In fact, I've gone so far as to connect my calendar to those days, so that if you try to sign up for a 30-minute block of my time on Calendly, it'll point you toward those days, which I've never had a problem with. Okay. Wednesdays are set aside for the club. We've launched a new club for Find Away Adventures, the Find Away Club. And I spend all day Wednesday working on the club, getting the content right, and really focusing in on the club. And then last but not least, on Friday is my one-on-one. So a lot of my one-on-ones with my partners, with some of the founders that we're invested in, mostly happen on Fridays, sometimes at the end of the day on Thursday as well. My point is, and then you'll also see I've scheduled in some personal time. So I like to read and learn every day. So I scheduled lunch and lessons. So 12 to 1, I try to have my lunch, I make a nice healthy lunch, and then I read things throughout that have come to me throughout the week as a way to keep up and post some things on LinkedIn. And then I like to do my meditation in the afternoon. It gives me more energy for the push toward the end of the day. And so I do meditating from 2:30 to 3 every day. So this is an optimal week. It's my schedule for the optimal week. It doesn't mean it's how it always ends up. In fact, if I overlaid my current week on it, you'd see it's about 85%, which is really good. But I try to do what I can to steer people into these buckets. And then the last thing I do is every Sunday night, right before dinner, I come in here. I spend at least 45 minutes or an hour looking at my week and planning my week and moving things around to make sure that my objectives for the week get covered. So I write down my top 2 or 3 objectives, schedule those in, usually in Tuesday mornings, or if I've got room in the biz dev areas, I schedule in when I'm going to work on my objectives, big objectives for that week. And then I move people around. I try to move people around so that I'm optimizing my week. So the concept here is just to be very proactive, and it works for a team of 1 like me or 2, my small team. It works for a small change the world startup of 5 or 10 people. I can tell you that we actually rolled out a form of this when I was the CEO at a larger company with 220 employees. I had 11 direct reports, and those 11 direct reports had about 40 direct reports. And we rolled out a similar version of this for the whole leadership team because we wanted to block out certain days for no meetings. We had no meeting Friday, where people could actually work on projects at home if they wanted to, but there was no meetings allowed. And so we dictated when you have external meetings, when you have internal one-on-one meetings, and when you have cross-functional team like project meetings on certain days. And by doing that, everybody lined up underneath it, which made the whole company more efficient. So that's the key benefit here is efficiency. Personally, lead thyself is one of the core tenets for a Change the World CEO, to make you into a great Change the World CEO. So it makes you more efficient. It provides clarity for the rest of your organization on when you're going to have these meetings. And it really helps you drive results by putting those kind of very important, not urgent. You've seen that quadrant from Stephen Covey. Very important, not urgent. It allows you the time and the flexibility to get those things scheduled throughout your week as you think through what you really want to accomplish. So take a shot at this. Optimize your week. Use a Google Calendar or some other form. Just write it down on a piece of paper, and then do whatever you can to guide people towards the right time blocks. To make yourself more efficient and your whole organization more efficient. So let me know how you do this. How do you organize your time? If you've got better ideas, please let me know. And I really, truly appreciate all the Change the World founders that are following along. And I want to see you be more efficient so that your brand and your company can really thrive. Thanks a lot.